Yeah. Yeah. Listen. Came up through the struggle, son. Renegades and troublesome. But life for us just wasn't lemonade and bubblegum. The things that I've seen, no amount of visine could get my eyes clean. But still at home, I was my mother's son. When I was young, she said don't run in the streets. So I tried to start running the streets. Had to run from police, sneak in my window, hide up under the sheets. You see, you try to get the most when you come from the least. My older cousin coming over, asking me to hide his handgun. I tuck it in the shoebox of my N1s. A week later, he used it in a robbery. Said when you come from poverty, you try to get the ransom. Just some kids who don't know better with no cheddar. Go-getters, game was handed down like an old sweater. But this game had no referees. We trying to figure out the rules as some refugees. We were first generation, poverty levels among the worst in the nation. Neighbors complaining that they would curse immigration, like get them out of neighborhood. And they try to make sure we don't stay for good. Now we throwing bricks through they window. Cousins in the streets selling bricks to the endo. But somehow we maintain the innocence. Sunday afternoons it was tricks and Nintendo. It all started on Medlock. It all started on Medlock Road. It all started on Medlock. It all started on Medlock Road. It all started on Medlock. It all started on Medlock Road. It all started on Medlock. It all started on Medlock Road. It all started on a street called Medlock. Dark secrets hiding underneath the bedrock. Life was cool like white people with dreadlocks, but parents' activities were enough to make the feds watch. They chose Kentucky cause it wasn't no brown guys. Didn't want to risk their kids growing up around spies. But soon we found lies at the town high. Some people weren't loyal, so you know we had to downsize. My mama raised me up with principles, but every other day I'm in the office with the principal. Start to feel invincible until I'm in those handcuffs. Ninth grade, mama crying, she can barely stand up. Close-knit community, always had potlucks. Had a couple people missing, few of them were locked up. Mama said she had enough and couldn't handle this. Sent me off to stay with my uncle in Los Angeles, but things got scandalous. I came back eventually. It was time for me to start to grow mentally. When Tata got shot in the back of the head, I couldn't fathom the fact that he was actually dead. A week ago with Shillitoe, we were all playing basketball. Now I'm still a kid and I gotta watch his casket fall. Yeah, and when my pops had just died, it was a shot to my pride, cause I was right by his side. I just stood there, hands in my pockets and cried, facing his feelings for the first time I've had them locked up inside. You see, you go through things when you broke and poor. Try to get the things you hoping for. You try to open doors. It was all pop when no rock and roll. And Baskin Robbins eating Rocky Road, but it's a Rocky Road. Was a menace on the way to tennis, stealing cash at a cars with the Magetti of Sananas. It all started on Medlock. It all started on Medlock Road. It all started on Medlock. It all started on Medlock Road. It all started on Medlock. It all started on Medlock Road. It all started on Medlock. It all started on Medlock Road. Not quite American, wasn't fully Libyan. Living in two worlds at a time like an amphibian. Balance in those habitats ain't come from no cabbage patch. My father had to escape jail cause of savage acts, where you either fell in line or got the battle axe. Came to the country of crooked coppers and Cadillacs. Matter of fact, we were separated from family. All I had were the Hamrys, all I had were the Adderats. We wasn't blood, but we bled together. Buried peers, lot of tears that were shed together. Through the years, broke bread, shared best together. Unparalleled bond, deeper than just friends forever. Just some wildcats who love to watch the Wildcats. Kentucky basketball gave us something to smile at. I dreamt of getting drafted, standing at the podium. Used to watch the Knicks at night, no Nickelodeon. Knew a couple kids who were destined to make it big, but ended up doing bids, and now they pumping petroleum. I sat in class right next to Janisha. She would be a journalist, is what she told the teacher. I said that I'd be rapping, and she said what could happen when we both make it big. Maybe she could write a feature. Two kids who had a dream. Years later, guess who interviewed me for Complex magazine? It all started on Medlock. It all started on Medlock Road. It all started on Medlock. It all started on Medlock Road. It all started on Medlock. It all started on Medlock Road. It all started on Medlock. It all started on Medlock Road. It all started on Medlock. Medlock room's where I grew up. A Medlock room before I blew up. Medlock room. A Medlock room.